We're on. Hi guys. I haven't posted a video since April, and I was still on my Weight Watchers journey at that time. But things have changed, and my life is constantly changing. But the good news is that it's changing in a positive direction. And when I posted in April, so this is at the end of the school year, and I was 225.8, I think I said in the video. And I was still on Weight Watchers, and it was going well. It was getting more and more difficult. I just am not a person that tracks points. It's hard. My life is so crazy and so busy. Um, and by the way, I'm blonde now, and all those other videos, I had dark hair, so a lot's changed. But things were still moving in a really positive direction, and I was still trying every day. Um, so I moved to keto. All right. I was doing keto. I loved keto. Keto was awesome. Cheese and bacon and just cut out the carbs, right? So it was great. But the problem was is that I was eating all the wrong things on keto. So I think, those jalapeno poppers wrapped in bacon became like my best friend. It was just so much. So I stuck to keto really well, and I did, eat my eggs in the morning and cut the bread and all of that, and all was fine and dandy until, and I was losing, but, oh, sorry, I have a hair in my mouth. Everything was great until I just felt like my little heart was hurting. Like, again, because I wasn't choosing the best options for me on keto. So one evening on Netflix, I watched What the Health. And this What the Health documentary changed everything for me. Um, it's something you have to go see. I suggest watching it more than one time, but it really puts in perspective as far as eating meat and dairy and keeping that in our lives. I've been a meat eater my whole life. I've been a dairy person my whole life. Cheeses, now not milk per se, but because I've always done almond milk for a long time, but I was a big meat eater, and that's what I've had always known. Protein is where you get meat from protein. You need protein to survive, so you eat meat, and with a keto low carb diet, red meat, you try to stay away from chicken, all that. But after you watch What the Health, you can make a decision for yourself if that's what you want to continue to do. I had just bought, like I said, I was still on keto. So I had just bought a huge barbecue, like chicken, wings, my favorite hamburger meat. Like, we were going to have a barbecue that evening. So my husband says to me, so after I watched What the Health, I said, I really think I don't want to eat meat anymore, and I'm going to try and stay away from dairy, and I want to go plant-based. And his look on his face was just like, you need, okay, Weight Watchers keto, now you're giving up all meat, you need, what's going on? So we ate the barbecue. That was like my last hurrah of wings and everything else, and I switched over to a plant-based diet. So for the last 2 months, a little over 2 months, I have not eaten any meat. Zero meat. I eat everything. Every day of my life consists of picking options that don't have meat. And at first it was a little challenging and trying to figure out what am I going to eat, but it's gotten so much easier when meat is no longer on the table, and chicken and I don't even eat fish. I don't eat eggs. I don't eat red meat. I don't any meat. When that's off the table, you find so many more options, because your vegetables become your best friends. And I ask anyone in my life for the last 39 years, veggies were not my friends, but I've had to make them become my friend because I don't have meat as an option anymore. Now, dairy, dairy, cheese. I also don't eat anything that has dairy in it. No sour creams, no mayos, no uh, what is it? Oh, cheese. My love of cheese. I don't, just choose not to have it. Um, so I don't know if I consider it a whole food plant based diet because I do eat some processed vegan food. So sometimes when in a pinch and I don't have food ready or I haven't made vegetables, I will eat like the processed vegan food from the store, which is not great, and sometimes it's not very tasty, but I will do it when I have to. Um, Also, I'll use like plant based butter, those kinds of things. But you can eat a lot of foods that don't have meat, don't have dairy, wheat breads, rice, again like a whole grain rice, beans, avocados. There's so many options. Vegetables, portobello mushrooms have become my new best friend. You can turn that into a hamburger that tastes like a regular burger with a portobello mushroom. Um, Now, on a whole food plant base, we try to stay away from oils, but again, if olive oil, if I have to cook my veggies in olive oil, I try to use vegetable stock or vegetable broth to cook the vegetables. It's been working out just fine. So that's where I am right now with this diet. And I will tell you, I was stuck at that 225 for a long time after even on keto. Like I had switched from Weight Watchers to keto and I was stuck around 225. I am still religious to CrossFit. That is my number one. I've been sick lately and I haven't been able to go the last 2 or 3 days, but I make my own little, even if it's stretching or something at home here, but CrossFit is a main priority in my life as well. But um, uh, so you can with CrossFit switching over to plant-based slash vegan lifestyle, I have gotten down to 213 pounds. This is big for me. This is where I was stuck at a number and I couldn't get down, and like the scale is not everything. The scale will stay at places for a long time and not move for me, but I just keep going. I keep working at it, and optimism has to be your friend. So don't give up. If you're interested in trying to go plant based or switching over to vegan, again, I do it for several different reasons. I mean, after you watch What the Health, they give you a lot of good evidence based information as far as why you wouldn't want to eat meat anymore. I know some. Again, I love animals, but I didn't have a problem eating animals because I thought just for me that was just part of the American way that we are meat loving people, and you can still be a meat loving person. And I hold nothing against people who love to eat meat. This is only something I've been able to do for 2.5 months. I'm hoping it is something that I can continue to do for the rest of my life. But again, life is always evolving and changing, and again, if you are thinking about it and you watch What the Health and you want to talk to me and let's see what options are out there, um, I'm here to talk about and help anybody through the process that I'm still going through as well. So that's why I'm doing it for me. But again, got down to 213, and then I'm able to continue to feel like I'm moving in the right direction. Now, I have a goal weight? Kind of. I have something in mind below 200. But I feel like once I get down to a weight that I'm very comfortable at, where I feel very, very good at, that I'm going to be fine just sticking there and, being okay with it. Have to be okay with the whole entire process where you started. Again, I started at 200 and almost 70 pounds. So I am very close to have being down now at 213 to almost losing 55 pounds. So it's a process, and I have to be okay at each step of the way. And but right now, switching over to this, I feel healthier than I've ever felt before. I feel better than I felt before, other than this kind of sickness I'm kind of getting over this week, which has nothing to do with my food really. But so that's where I'm at right now. And I'm sorry I haven't posted since April, but this is my update. And so I guess I won't be updating on my Weight Watchers journey anymore, or my keto journey, which y'all missed that. But on this new vegan, whole food, plant based lifestyle I'm taking on, it's hard too with the family because my kiddos eat meat and my kiddos love milk and those kinds of things. But we make small changes, and they have been willing, my son especially, to try. He likes vegetables, and to try mushrooms in his life, and onions and those kinds of things, and squash and all kinds of veggies that you can add in. So it's a journey. It's a family journey, and I'm just happy to still be able to be on it and be working at it every day. So I hope to update again sooner than I did this time. So uh, so glad to be continuing this journey with everyone. Stay optimistic.